Hello, I'm watching LTV2 Mill Street. Oh,
We grew up living close to each other, went to school and played side by side. I'd long for the day that I could ask her if she could be my bride. I picked some wild mountain flowers for Mary. I told her I loved her today, but she said we never could marry, that her mother would stand in the way. Her daddy died when she was very young. She never knew love from a man. I tried hard to show her that I loved her. I tried to make her mother understand. Here we go. I picked some wild mountain flowers for Mary. I told her I loved her today, but she said we never could marry, that her mother would stand in the way. My days of youth are gone and I am happy. My time's not very far away. I picked some wild mountain flowers for Mary. I placed them on her grave today. I picked some wild mountain flowers for Mary. I told her I loved her today, but she said we never could marry, that her mother would stand in the way. But she said we never could marry, that her mother would stand in the way.
Well, my goodness there, Patrick O'Sullivan, and I picked some wild mountain flowers for Mary.
Wow, they look to be Mary. And we have
We
Mary.
have Mary.
We have Mary.
We've no wildflowers.
We have Mary, that's the
Mary,
main thing.
we mightn't have the flowers, but we have fruit and we have everything
My
relating
goodness,
to Christmas.
Sean,
We've
your
mince
studios
pies.
done up beautiful tonight for Christmas.
No, it's been teamwork. The whole
Oh,
team has
oh,
been
it's
involved.
lovely.
The whole team has been. And in fact, you know who would have been hugely impressed? This very
Tell us
gentleman
all.
here. This
T.R.
very
Dallas.
gentleman would have been impressed. And you know, he will actually get to see this programme.
Oh, without a doubt.
Because during this programme, our very good friends, Sean and William, are going to attempt to get in touch with T.R. Dallas.
Very
So
good.
we don't know now if they'll succeed, but if they'll succeed,
Do you think they'll succeed in getting to
I
Tiara?
feel they might well do. But we'll just check it out. And that man he'll be so proud of it. Being
Nothing
on
is
LTV2.
Nothing is impossible
There we
to
go.
them now.
So all that is happening there. And of course he's going to appear in the pub in Corrigan.
Tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night.
There you are.
My goodness. There he is. There he is. Absolutely. Well, now, I notice, Mary and Eileen,
Yeah.
you have lots of different wonderful things.
The colourful
All
guides and all the rest of
TV
it.
guides coming up over the next couple of weeks.
And Mrs. Brown's
Brown's
boys for
Boys.
Christmas night.
special.
Excellent.
Do
And
you watch it, Shawnee?
oh yeah, well I must say, Christmas is a TV time in lots of ways.
And did you
Mrs.
see in
Brown's
this?
boys?
Did you see in this week's paper where Mrs. Brown gave the takings of one of their huge concerts? Was it 250,000? Gave it to charity to two hospitals.
Incredible.
This week,
Yeah,
because
Brendan Carroll and his
yeah,
team.
because of what went wrong, because of what happened to the money for charity, as you know, the way it was all
So he
went off
decided-
so to counteract that, he gave the takings of one of his shows and topped it up to about 250,000, I think.
great.
Divided-
He's
That's
known
wonderful.
for his charity.
I think that
spirit.
was terrific.
When he came to Mill Street there a number of years ago to one of the concerts he was here, he was absolutely hilarious and hugely popular altogether. And do you know where we got to meet him? We got to meet Brendan Carroll. He was right in front of us for Eurovision 1994. He was actually, yes. 1993 had been here in Mill Street,
Right.
but the year later, 25 people from Mill Street went up to the Point Theatre. It was the night of the birth of Riverdance.
It had to be held in Ireland again because we won in Mill Street.
And right in front of us was Brendan O'Carroll. Brendan O'Carroll at the time. But little was one to think that he'd become the famous Mrs. Brown at a later point.
Fair.
So we've, and of course, even though there's lots and lots of Christmas fare on all the different channels, we mustn't forget that LTV1 and 2 will have its own very, very special programme on Christmas Day. And so credit due to Danjo and all the different teams involved. You'll have to watch out, and we'll be giving you details about that later on in the programme itself.
And speaking of Shawnee, actually, Shawnee Murphy has just mentioned to say hello to John and Dan O'Sullivan from Ballinagree, who now are connected to the LTV
Oh, so welcome along. Tell the neighbours you can get it.
Yeah, and a lot more people seem to be also tuning in on the internet. There's
They do.
a lot of people
Thanks
now.
to Bernard.
So, of course, Bernard is on camera at the moment, and we forgot to welcome you all to programme number 226.
Yeah.
Or programme 6 in the new schedule, and on camera at the moment is Bernard Crowley himself. So thank you, Bernard, for actually doing the interviewing this week. And you talk about this past year has been one of the gathering.
Yes.
And didn't we have some amazing times at the
We
gathering?
did indeed.
And many people wanted to trace Irish Roots.
Irish Roots.
And this is a copy of the famous magazine, and it's Maureen Phibbs, originally from Cullen, Maureen Hickey from Cullen, who is the editor of Irish Roots. And in fact, if you go into it, you will see there's Maureen herself. That's Maureen over here. And Maureen does a wonderful job there on the Roots magazine there. It comes out a number of times per year, and it goes worldwide, absolutely worldwide.
Is there any mention of anyone from Mill Street this time?
In that one now, it is much more national this week.
Of course, the gathering was for everyone.
Yeah. And Mary, everything ready for Christmas?
All ready for Christmas now.
Tremendous.
What yourself? Shopping done?
Well, almost.
Eileen? All shopped out?
Oh, shopping all done. All done. I make it very simple.
So organised.
Over the years now, Mary,
Yeah.
I have made it very simple. I buy certain things that people need more than things that I think that I'd love to give them.
Yes.
Do you know now?
Makes a lot more
And
sense.
it makes a lot more sense, and
Being
I
very
always
practical.
shop at home.
Being very practical.
Maybe they're dull, maybe a few hundred bags of coal to somebody
very important,
might sound dull, but it's all right on Christmas Day when you have a fine fire.
Tell you,
Isn't that right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Of course, later in the programme also, we're going to have our very good friends, Brendan and Jory.
Oh, yeah.
And they're going to be giving us quite an insight. What a great programme they had last week.
They had
With
about the turkeys.
And Ryan
Tarrant.
Tarrant. My goodness, that was a super duper programme there by Sean last week.
And they
Sean
gave
Murphy.
an excellent insight into the turkey and the plucking machine and that. That was very interesting.
Amazing. But this week also we'll be. I think the lads, the boys are going to take us to Coachford, but we'll hear more about that at a later point. So now
All will be revealed.
all will be revealed. So
Speaking of revealing, have you news for us?
I suppose
Exactly.
whatever I have, I'll impart it on you, Mary.
So Eiley, it's time for Eiley's regional news.
There you are. Dees Marie Galera Cardin, welcome to LTV2 News. The results of this week's Parish Lotto draw, which was held at the Malpaso Bar on Sunday night. Numbers drawn were 15, 20, 22 and 29, and the jackpot was not won. Jackpot next week is 6,600 and the draw will be at McCarthy's Bar. Following that, the Parish Lotto will be closed until Sunday the 9th of January, when it will be held at the Clarion with a jackpot, as I said, of 6,600. The inclement weather proved a real spoil sport for our big moment, the turning on of the lights on Friday evening. A fine programme of school children singing and our community singers and all was planned, but the high winds and the heavy rains put a stop to it all. However, a great time was had by all in Ouban later, and their Christmas Mass, at their Christmas Mass and party. And that was followed by the turning of the lights in the pub in Carriginima. The community singers attended there and with their own special type of entertainment, and they were very well received. The race goes on to be ready for Christmas. School plays are the order of the day as they prepare to close up for the holidays. And fundraisers are also being held in aid of various needs. The annual collection for food for the needy and the homeless in Cork City is being taken up by Hannah Lee O'Connor at O'Regan's Mill, or by Tina Enright at the Educare Centre in Canturk. They need all sorts of dried foods: tea, small jars of coffee, beans, peas, tins of meat and fish, packets of soup, rice and pasta, you know yourself, all kinds of dried foods. And please hand them in to these two places that I have mentioned. Above all, please support the call. Note here from Oran O'Cronin to say that their gala night at the Abbey Hotel raised €5,000 in aid of the Cork Kerry Bus for Cancer, and many thanks to all those who supported it. There's fun and games down at our local library on Saturday, the 21st of December, from 10:30 until 11:30, and it's suitable for children between 7 and 10 years of age. A very pleasant mass and blessing ceremony was held, plus refreshments was held at our credit union on Tuesday night, and they're holding their AGM tonight. There's a note here from our knitting club to say that over the past months they have produced a large amount of hand-knitted garments and given them to an orphanage in Albania. And they also knit tiny garments for premature babies. That's just a few of the things that they do. It's run by our active retirement group, and well done to all involved. And they say many thanks to all their helpers. St John's Club will hold their annual Christmas Day climb of Mushroom Mountain as usual on Christmas Day, and the proceeds this time are going to the Court McSherry lifeboats. Sponsorship cards can be had from any member. On St Stephen's Day, our GAA Club are holding a fundraising walk around the Globe, starting out from the GAA Hall at 11 o'clock. And as it is St Stephen's Day, there's a prize for the best dressed Wren boy or Wren girl, and refreshments will be served at Coleman's at the end of the walk. And the annual New Year's Day dip in the Blackwater will also go on as usual. The proceeds, of course, will go to some charitable cause. And finally, out in the pub in Carriganima, they'll have TR Dallas on Friday the 20th of December, and Connie and Tom on Sunday the 22nd. And before I leave you, I went from the news desk. I want to wish you all a very happy and a contented Christmas and a bright and happy New Year.
And Eilidh, thank you for all the major news that you've been giving us during the year. And Mary and Eilidh, a very special surprise for all of your good selves, because about 2 years ago, down in Glengariff, we had a 6-minute interview with Maureen O'Hara at that particular point at the Maureen O'Hara Golf Classic, and we were absolutely privileged. But now this next interview is only 2 minutes and 1 second, but it's with some two people that are really, really special. And believe it or not, we got to meet them in Ballyseedy Garden Centre in Tralee, just outside Tralee, on the 8th of December 2013, at the official launch of Patricia O'Sullivan O'Riordan's book, The Irish Rascals. And believe it or not, and I know they hadn't much time to spare, but they actually said they'd be thrilled to be on LTV2. So it's Santa and Mrs. Claus, especially, not only for yourself and Mary, but for all our viewers, 2 minutes, 1 second, and Bernard very kindly is now going to zoom right over to Ballyseedy to meet with Santa and Mrs. Claus. To give us some idea of what actually is happening above there at the North Pole at the moment.
Oh, it's extremely busy at the North Pole at the moment. Very, very busy. Because you see, some children don't send in their letters in time.
Oh, yes.
So we're under pressure to try and get everything done. So if you send in your letter, lots of details, or maybe stick in the picture from the Argus catalogue, we'll know exactly what you need.
Wow.
and send it in time.
That's a great idea.
Oh, it is, because you see, Santa doesn't understand what some of the modern things are.
Oh, wow.
You know,
And
like the essence.
at this particular time also, they don't even have to put a stamp on, because there are boxes in shops.
And you can, there's a post box.
There is, just around the corner.
And make sure the names and addresses on the back.
My goodness.
Because, you see, we don't know who the letters are from. And bribery doesn't work, Santa, sure doesn't. Putting orders originals don't work in the letters.
We have a great bunch of elves, so they're very reliable.
Oh, they're excellent.
And of course, the minute one Christmas ends, you're preparing for the next one.
So we take a little break, but then we have to start again for next year.
Yes,
A
yes.
week in West Cork to recover.
West
A week
Cork.
in West Cork to recover. And
Very
then we're back to
discerning.
work again.
Well, it's so delightful that you're here sharing with our viewers of LTV2 Mill Street worldwide. This goes worldwide. That we are so pleased that you have joined us here, Santa and Mrs. Claus.
Most welcome.
And we're looking forward to visiting all the houses on the 25th.
My goodness. And we love your accent, because there's a tone of an Irish accent there.
Slight touch. That's from the holidays in Cork. You see, we pick up the little bit of the Cork.
There we are.
That's it.
So that when you're in France, you're speaking French.
Speak French.
I see.
See.
Oh, mon Dieu. Well, have a very happy Christmas, Mrs. Claus and Santa.
Thank you.
It's been a joy meeting you all.
Thank you so much for
And
coming.
regards to all in Mill Street.
Wow. You even know Mill Street. Well done.
Favourite spot.
Brilliant.
Old Road is a favourite if you want.
Smashing all together.
Now if I can only start over and have a new life to begin, I would live like a rover and drift like a leaf on the wind. For to breathe tonight of old sweethearts, and believe me, I had quite a few. For I never dreamed of old sweethearts the way that I dreamed about you. Yes, I let you slip through my fingers while foolishly searching around. But if I could only start over, well, I know you would settle me down. 'Cause I'm dreaming tonight of old sweethearts, and believe me, I've had quite a few. For I never dreamed of old sweethearts the way that I dreamed about you. Yes, I let you slip through my fingers while foolishly searching around. But if I could only start over, well, I know you would settle me down. 'Cause I'm dreaming tonight of old sweethearts, and believe me, I've had quite a few. For I never dreamed of old sweethearts the way that I dreamed about you. No, I never dreamed of old sweethearts the way that I dreamed about you.
If I could only start over.
Are you thinking of it?
Huh?
Starting over again?
Starting over again, then.
That was my condom there.
Yes.
Back in Causeway. That was at Peter Lane's CD launch there a few years ago.
And Peter Lane was back in Stratford in Causeway last weekend, I think, with
Mike Conlon celebrating 40 years in the
40
music
years,
business, and
yeah.
he told me that.
the big crowd that I think,
Yeah.
right, yeah.
So, and of course we had a crowd in the last Friday night as well for the official turning on of the lights.
Are they still lighting?
How do you mean are they still lighting? We're still paying the ESB bill, of course they are. They're lighting the whole village. We go through the village now and we're only afraid there'll be an accident. There's so many trees, lights and everything. And would you believe this, as I'm going to say Sean Raleigh, he got a shock. It snowed in Carrigan on Friday night.
Snowed?
Sudden change in the weather.
We'll have to see that.
Oh, we'll see that. We have it recorded. So you were on the country music business, of course.
You have a busy weekend in music, I think, have you?
We have, coming up to the Christmas, we have a local band, Connie and Tom, Sunday night. known as the Kelp, but Friday night we're going a bit more, you're seeing?
Yeah, I think this is a fairly big one for Friday night. This is T.R. Dallas, a man that's been on the road for quite a few years now.
That's right. I'm missing one thing tonight, Willie, your country little hat, the cowboy hat.
Well, we'll see how he can manage that hat Friday night.
He does. I see him doing that once.
Yeah.
You know, but
we'll have to get him to do
he'd
it.
want it in Carrigan because the weather changes so often. It'd be perfect next week with the snow.
Yeah.
But that's the story with us. Will we try ringing the man?
Have a go at it there and see.
What do you think, folks? I have a bit of a blackguard with the phone, and I'll just see if we can get through to him. I have a direct line to TR. Do you know? Will we press the dial button and see what happens? Yes, you know, this is going a long ways. Where are we ringing?
Morton, County Westmeath.
All the ways up to Westmeath. Here we go. See what happens. Hello, how are things?
Good, good.
That's good. This is Sean and Willie here from Mill Street Local Television and Cork Music Station. That's TR, I believe, is it?
That's right, yeah.
That's right, yeah. You see, I'm only kind of very young yet. I'm not big into country music, so our chief correspondent for country music, Willie Fitzgerald, has got to have a few words with you there, TR. Oh, by the way, you know, you're on your way down to us next tomorrow night, Friday, to Carrigan.
That's right, Friday night we're coming down, yeah. Coming to the pub.
Down to the pub, the only pub in Carrigan. Are you all excited about it, TR?
Sorry?
Are you all excited about it?
Well, John, looking forward to it. We like going to new places and meeting new people, and hopefully we'll make new fans as well, you know.
You probably will. So, right, shall we see you tomorrow night, Friday? So, TR, Willie, have a word or two there about your big, long history in country music, okay?
Tom, you'll be on the road there about 33 years at the moment, I think, is it? Or about that?
Well, the TR now, I think, started back in 1980 when I recorded a song called Who Shot J.R. Ewing, and
that's what put it.
33 years last May, actually.
Yeah, that put you on the map there with that song, and you seem to be touring a lot around different parts of the country and outside of the country. I think you were in.
Well, we do a lot of travel. We do the UK, we over back to England quite often. We do America once every year for September, October. And then we do some short trips to Spain and Portugal, you know, for some of these holiday music festivals type of thing, you know. So we're kept busy and we do a lot of work. We do the whole country here, north and south of Ireland as well. So it gives us a great scope to get around.
Yes, and you had a good hit there recently there in the past couple of years with one of a song written there by the late J.J. Reedy, The Story I Tell You Is True. That was very successful for you.
Great song. That was a very well written song, and he did a great job on that song, and they did very well for us. It's very popular, and yeah, that's back a few years now, and still a very popular song, and especially in the UK and outside of Ireland for people who would have left Ireland back in the 40s and the 50s and the 60s, and you know their families now they're learning about the way we lived back then, and that song kind of tells its own story, you know.
Yeah, it is a kind of a true story really, and the whole thing.
It's kind of my story as well, because you know we've been reared on a small farm in Westmeath back in the 50s and 60s. We knew all about killing the pig and all that kind of thing, you know. So
Yeah.
It didn't come as a surprise to us, you know.
Yeah, it is just a story told the way it happens in rural Ireland, I suppose, really. And a Christmas song, have you Grandma got ran over by a reindeer? Is that your Christmas offering for this year?
I recorded that a couple of years ago, and yeah, it turned out grand. And I'm not big into the Christmassy song. In fact, we do a few on stage, all right, but yeah, it's an expensive thing to record, and you only get a very short run out of it then, you know.
Yeah, it is down to just a couple of weeks, really, like it, and that's all you have out of it.
That's it, yeah. You just get a short spell of it, yeah. You do indeed.
And you at the moment, your latest album is Be My Guest. Is that your latest recording?
It was out for the last few months, and it's a song that it's Be My Guest is an old pot stopping a number, but the album kind of is one of these albums. It's a bit of everything on it, you know, and it's kind of more or less the kind of a program we do, a bit of country and a bit of Irish and a bit of
Yeah, nice bit of a mix there. And just to remind our viewers there before you come down to our side of the country, your brother Tony of Foster and Ellen is doing well all the time and on the circuit.
The lads are still walking away and touring the world. Yeah, they had a great year this year. They've been to Australia, New Zealand and Canada, and there's a couple of dates in America, and then a couple of trips to England as well. So yeah, it's that good tour this year.
Yeah, and they had a couple of TV shows there on the Sky channels there as well as
yeah. The hot country thing is popular, and they have their own show there. So yeah, it's going very well for the moment.
And you have another brother, Jack Allen, then as well, that was involved.
Jack, he had a group. Himself and a couple of friends of his back in the 80s, a band called Alan Dale. But Jack doesn't do any of that now. He wasn't fond of the traveling, you know, but he had his own business here as well, so he more stuck with the business instead of the music. But yeah, he had a couple of songs out like back in the 80s. Sarah Jane was a great song. He had a written by a fellow here, Kevin Sheeran, and they also recorded the Greenfields of Ireland, which is a popular song.
Yeah, the Greenfields of Ireland was very popular down this side of the country as well.
Yeah, it's a good song.
So that's about it now. You're heading for North Cork and Kerry the weekend. You're in.
We're heading from Macroom now Friday night, looking forward to that, and yeah, we're in Rathmore Saturday night.
Yeah, the pub in Carrigadimmer there.
We're up here in the Midlands on Thursday night, and then Sunday night we go up to Monaghan, so we kind of...
Big circle.
A big circle now, so...
And your good friends there with the Tomies in
Kentork.
Kentork.
The Tommy family from Kentork, yeah. The Hugh Tommy and the Stand Bar, of course, is one of my favourites, yeah. We go there every now and again too.
And I suppose where it started with you coming to Carriganmouth is Hugh's brother Matthew in Carriganmouth that got on to me to see would we have a go off it.
That's right, yeah, and I'm looking forward to it now because, you know, it's a new area really for me. I would play it all round it, but I've never been there, and I'm looking forward to that Friday night.
That should be good fun now tomorrow night, Friday night. And I believe the ceiling now is a touch low in Carriganmouth. You do some little trick with your hat?
I'm sure I won't be hitting the ceiling.
You'd never know. So we're looking forward to tomorrow night, so.
Thanks very much indeed. I'm looking forward to meeting you then tomorrow night. So the kit will be boiling, I'm sure.
The kit will be boiling, and actually we're going to go to a song here now. I think you'll be in the right place for it. There's lots of Guinness. You have a Guinness song, is that correct?
Oh yeah, I recorded that a few years ago on one of the albums, that's right, yeah.
So I think we're going to go to that song.
Yeah, that was done by another Cork man, of course. He did the video off of Mick Fitzgerald there from Knocknagree. He's the man who put that all together.
That's right, and you came to a concert there actually and nearly blew the whole place down. Yeah, for the people that don't know, he arrived in Knocknagree in a helicopter. Yeah, well, we have a field beside the pub in Carrigan if you want to come in the helicopter again too, by the way.
We can't carry the equipment in the helicopter.
Yeah, we have so many Christmas lights in Carrigan, you couldn't be like a landing pad, you couldn't miss it. That's okay, so it was nice talking to. We'll see you tomorrow night in Carrigan.
Thanks for giving the opportunity to come on your show, and we look forward to meeting everybody down at the pub on tomorrow night.
Very good. All right, so TR.
Good luck and thanks.
Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow night. Bye bye. So now, Willie.
Well, that worked.
We got away with that one. And
to remind Bernard there again,
we're going all the ways to Carrigan tomorrow night. He's just up over Santa. So, will we go to the song, Willie?
We'll hit for the Guinness song.
We go look over here at the Guinness song, and here we go. Recorded by Mike Fitzgerald.
There's a million pubs in Ireland, from Cork to Mallinhead, where you can go and take it slow and rest your weary head. You can join in conversation or stay all on your own, but there's only one drink at the bar that will make you feel at home. It's not designer water, foreign types of beer, lager wine or ginger ale and drink from far and near. It's known as Irish porter, some people call it stout, It's the only drink in Ireland that people talk about. A Guinness, Guinness, it is good for you. A Guinness, Guinness, Ireland's favourite brew. It helps to feed your appetite, it strengthens up your bones. It's drank by saints and scholars, no matter where you roam. You can see it on Coronation Street or even Albert Square. All the folks way down Glen Road will drink it everywhere. And if you visit Leinster House and look inside the door, you'll see the TDs at the bar drinking Guinness till last call. A Guinness, Guinness, it is good for you. A Guinness, Guinness, Ireland's favourite brew. It helps to feed your appetite and strengthens up your bones. It's drank by saints and scholars, no matter where you roam. And when you go to heaven, you meet Peter at the gate. He'll say, come in, because you're here, we're open here till 8. You'll sit and drink a pint or two, just like it used to be. But the only difference that you'll find, the Guinness here is free. It's black on to the bottom, with the creamy head on top. Just a little while to settle, and you're ready for a drop. It helps to feed your appetite and strengthens up your bones. It's drank by saints and scholars, no matter where you roam. A Guinness, Guinness, it is good for you. A Guinness, Guinness, Ireland's favourite brew. It helps to feed your appetite and strengthens up your bones. It's drank by saints and scholars, no matter where you roam. A Guinness, Guinness, it is good for you. A Guinness, Guinness, Ireland's favourite brew. It helps to feed your appetite and strengthens up your bones. It's drank by saints and scholars, no matter where you roam. It's drank by saints and scholars, no matter where you roam.
Right, Guinness.
Good song, did it?
Ah, it's good. It's a good song. Yeah, it's just Guinness is best. I mean, you never tried a few pints of Guinness?
No, not pints and not pints of anything. Jolly pint of water.
You won't be singing that song at all?
Not at the moment, anyway.
Well, I suppose tonight we're facing the Christmas, and this time, 50 years ago, there was a lot of action around here, wasn't there?
I'd say there was a lot of people this time 50 years ago would have been looking forward to being connected to the ESB before Christmas. It was around the time that there was really a big push on for this time of the year to have
it in for Christmas.
Have it in for Christmas.
Yeah, I remember it.
It was a big change in the house.
Yeah, and of course, it wasn't just it was also who was wiring your house, and who would have been doing who would have been the electricians back in those days?
Electricians were very scarce at him.
Yeah.
They were very scarce at him. I'd say any men that could run 2 wires together would be electricians at him. That's what I'd be thinking.
Yeah.
But you see, the most of the houses that him, just to get the power in, they just wire one point, a light and a switch.
And no plug?
No plug. The plug came after.
The plug, yeah.
And once the ESB would come on to such a place and say, look, by 10 o'clock next Wednesday, we'll have meters to put in up all along there. If you're ready, we'll put it in. If you're not, we won't be back for another 3 or 4 months. Then there'd be a big push.
And there was a big campaign on with fellas sinking holes, wasn't there?
Oh, sure, that was a big job. It was a hard job too. You know what I mean?
And pulling poles around fields.
Pulling poles and pulling. That was a big job. There was no tractors at the time, I tell you.
Yeah.
And standing the pole and keep him in line.
And how did they roll out the wire over ditches and?
Oh, sure, they had the way and means of doing that. That's that. They wouldn't be rolled out. Sure, they had the way and means of doing it. They knew what they had the men at it like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There was a ganger or 2 gangers with each gang that had gone through that before.
But I suppose it created a huge change in rural Ireland especially. Like it got rid of the servant boy, the fellow that was milking the cows, because the milking machine arrived.
Oh, sure, it did, of course.
And it got rid of the girl working in the house because the washing machine had arrived. Remember the ones that you would wash?
I know, yeah. There was a ring on top of them.
Yes, it was for squeezing out the clothes.
That's the thing. And sure, all the other things, like the electric kettle came, and then the cooker came.
Yeah.
The cooker was a big thing, like.
And it's unreal to believe that all this only happened.
Well, it could be a bit more than 50 years.
It could be more than 50, be near to 60.
Yes, near to 60.
Yeah, yeah.
But it happened in the inside of 60 years anyway.
Yeah.
Might be a bit more, like. But then the lights in the street, sure, they changed the whole thing, like.
Yeah.
When they put lights along the footpath and things like that, it changed the whole scene, like. You know, that it would be made a big difference for people anyway.
Yeah. So it was a big activity.
And then
facing wrong. It was all done between 50 and 60 years ago in
I'd
this
say
locality.
So.
Yeah,
and then the big problem was the fellow in the middle, where the line would be going. If he wouldn't take the electricity, the three fellas that they're in couldn't get it because they wouldn't put the pole down.
And was it true that they wouldn't put electricity into attached house?
I wouldn't believe that.
I thought that they wouldn't. At the house,
yeah,
the people at the house, there was neighbours of mine who wouldn't take. I don't know, but it was how they wouldn't take it, or they wouldn't give it to someone.
They wouldn't take it at
attached house.
I know plenty of attached houses that had electricity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The fellow in the middle, if he didn't take it, he caused eruptions because they couldn't go ahead with the line to take it across his land. So that was big things. But anyway, it was all sorted out, and should have run electricity after 20 years.
Well, they had the whole thing was in about a matter of 5 or 6 years.
Oh, it was all over. It was 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
But they came back then from time to time to convince the people that hadn't to take it, and they needed no convincing because it was going so good. That was it.
So tonight, anyway, we're
going to Coachford tonight, right? The 17th of August, 2013. Sean Radley and myself went to the High Nelly race in Coachford. There was about 43 or 47 entrants there, and we had a nice evening. So
did Sean Radley go up in any High Nelly?
He didn't, but he nearly interviewed everyone that had the High Nellies. There was a couple of bicycle made for two. They're rare enough now.
Yeah. You'd see them in Killarney. But you're hearing about them, but they're not High Nellies.
They're rare enough, but look, on with the show.
Brendan on camera. It's the 17th of August 2013 and we're here in beautiful Coachford, and thankfully the weather is very much with us today. Now we have cameras on hand, and Brendan has the video camera recording a very special event because we're just in time for, of course, the High Nelly and Old Bicycle race, which is very much part of this festival here in Coachford itself. Now we're going to actually join our friends over as they prepare, because we know that within the next 5 minutes they're actually going to be starting the race at this particular point. But let's go right over now and meet with some of the competitors. Now, this is our 4th time recording this most amazing festival here in Coachford, and we're meeting, not only is the Irish Examiner here, right around here, but also we're meeting with Sister. Sister, you are looking absolutely wonderful here.
Thank you.
Can you tell us how is everything getting ready for the actual race itself?
Oh, very good, very good, very good, very good. Sister Act. Once you know she was drunk. Once you know she was drunk.
So
we've all the bad habits.
Oh my goodness.
We've all the bad habits.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, you have an excellent habit here anyway.
And anything else you look for. Anything else you want.
Tremendous altar. And maybe you'd like to describe your bike itself.
My bike belonged to my auntie.
My goodness.
My auntie, and it was bought in 1938.
Wow, 1938.
Yeah. And that was her mode of transport.
In perfect working order.
Oh, perfect working order.
This is just incredible altogether. And of course, right over here, nuns with bad habits. Oh my goodness.
Bad habits.
Oh yes, I see. Anything else in the basket here that we should know about?
No.
You just have all the instructions and everything here. That's great.
Sorry.
We will be following your progress as you train for the Olympics.
Thank you.
Right, sure. Thank very much, sir. Now let's meet more of our great friends here preparing for this most amazing event here in Coachford. Registration is very significant here. How are the entries going?
The entries are going very well. We have 42 now.
That's incredible, 42 entries here. This seems to be growing and growing year by year.
Yeah, last year there was a much smaller crowd. It's way bigger this year now, yeah. So it's very good.
Tremendous altogether. Well, I must say there's great credit due, and it's called the High Nelly Bicycle Run, and linked with the Coachford Autumn Festival 2013. Here about this wonderful festival is that the colour and the humour and the sincerity of the participants. We're meeting with, my goodness, absolutely, they're bringing glamour to the whole event itself.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Tell us more about, first of all, about your style.
But my style, well, put it this way, my sister put it together in the space of about 5 minutes a while ago. None the worse. Looks great, I think.
Brilliant altogether.
Feels great. I looks fabulous.
A party girl.
Party girl. I have a party girl all the way.
Right.
Party girl with a lovely bike.
Oh my goodness! And you have someone.
And a lovely niece here is going to join me on the back of the bike.
My grandmother.
Yes, this is the granny.
Yeah, my granny.
Right.
Yeah.
And in fact, who have we been speaking with?
Danny Mulroy.
Danny, right you are.
Quiva Mulroy.
Quiva Mulroy, right. Well, every good look, and I must say, it's a bicycle made for two.
Yeah. It's a bicycle made for two. The only problem is the hills.
And you'll also be using a cushion, I'd imagine.
Cushion? That's called my backside. We go with the flow anyway, and we'll have a good day, and a good event, and we'll enjoy ourselves.
Well done.
We're here for the crack anyway, that's it, isn't it?
That's
we're
the
here
spirit.
For the crack. Come on! Hey.
Epitomising the spirit of the festival here.
Yay, that's it now.
Well done, that's brilliant.
No problem.
You're naturals. Hold on, wait till I...
Look at them there.
Grandad.
We can't do the kids, are you?
Hello, imagine the camera. Viva!
This is certainly great preparation here for the festival here, because my goodness, you have an amazing passenger here.
My son Peter.
Right.
Peter, look.
Peter, you're looking great altogether. We love your cape. Your cape looks really well altogether. So you're looking forward to the bicycle setting off shortly, Peter.
Peter, look.
you're all looking forward.
Are we going on the bike? Are we going spinning? See, look at the camera.
That's great.
Thumbs up.
Oh, well done. Oh, wow. There is a hero. There is a hero. So how long will the race be?
I don't know. About 2 hours, is it? 2 hours. About 2 hours, yeah.
Right. It's quite a... And you're blessed with good weather.
Hopefully stay dry enough for a while anyway, like, you know.
Absolutely. The thumbs up still up here.
If we get over that hill up there, we'll be laughing.
Thanks very much indeed.
Problem.
We'll get those thumbs up again for a quick shot. Thanks.
Peter, thumbs up.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Thumbs up. Thumbs up.
Oh my God, that's 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs.
Right. Well, now, if the great aspect about this amazing festival here is that people really dress for the occasion. And Donncha Cronin, oh my goodness, Donncha, or should I say Inspector Donncha. Donncha, tell us more about this amazing uniform.
Well, it's kind of like a postman's outfit of sorts anyway. My bike's over there.
Fantastic. P&T.
Yeah.
Tremendous altogether. And even the number here is significant.
Oh yeah, that's the lapel badge that you would have had before.
My goodness, yeah. We could imagine that this would be the managing director supreme of P&T in Ireland. Clearly.
If it existed still.
Now, right over here also, we have, the caps are very much in vogue here.
Yes.
To describe your excellent costume here.
It's a feeble effort now compared to Donncha, but it's just, I suppose, typical of the time, 20, 30, 40 years ago, I suppose.
Absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah,
because,
trying to blend in.
Lots of times you'll see photographs, group photographs, and there were caps everywhere.
Oh, there
everywhere.
are indeed, yeah.
Absolutely.
And at the time, it was the must-have. There was everyone wore a flat cap, yeah, for sure.
And of course, it has a dual purpose today. They're protecting themselves from the sun and
hopefully.
And now, right over here, with a wonderful moustache and a pipe, I'll tell you, this really looks the part. And tell us more about this amazing costume. costume?
Yeah, well, I suppose this is an old costume. The watch is old, and
absolutely, there's the famous watch here.
And the pipe and the glasses, I'd say there could be 50 years.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, at least.
Well, I must say, you're very much in vogue, and you're really hitting the spirit.
The grandfather's shirt.
The grandfather's shirt. Do you notice that our modern ones, we have collars, but this had no collar, and that was the standard. Yeah. How's the pipe doing?
Great, the pipe's going great.
Health and safety doesn't allow the actual smoking to take place. Right, so there it is, and every good look in your most amazing event here now, and definitely the sun is beginning to shine in a wonderful manner here. Gentlemen, thanks very much. By the way, we've been speaking with
James Kingston.
Fernandes, my goodness.
Michael Goulding, Kilmurray.
My goodness, all over the place. And Donncha from Coolnarna. Donncha Cronin from Coolnarna in the parish of Mill Street. So, my goodness, well done, gentlemen. And there we are. We're going to meet more before they're setting off, because they're going to be setting off very, very shortly. Representing Cork in the most wonderful manner before the All-Ireland and before Cork wins the All-Ireland.
Yes, quite sure of that.
Tell us more about, first of all, your rig out, first of all.
Just I said I'd keep the company, keep the colours flying.
You are in great style.
Confident for winning next Sunday. You know, I'll let people know that we're full strength for next Sunday.
There you go, absolutely. Now, the bike itself, tell us more about this, because it's in great condition.
1950s.
Wow.
Restored it 23 years back.
Excellent.
It's almost original condition, I would think.
I must say you're a great craftsman in restoring, and I think you're deciding that you're not going to be back until
No, we're going to stay for a few germs tonight. We probably won't be back until the cows come home. It'll be the morning, maybe.
Yes, indeed. Well, Michael, it's wonderful meeting a man really representing the Rebel County in a most wonderful.
Keep it going.
Thanks very much indeed.
Very good. Thank you.
Race. Go to the starting line now, because it's there we're going to see a host of 42 competitors taking part in this, the fourth festival here in wonderful Coachford. There's a man over here, my goodness, and a helmet supreme. This is oh look, this is absolutely amazing. Oh wow. Look, tell us more. First of all, about your costumes. Your costumes itself.
I don't know. We just arrived from France. We heard there was a rally in Coachford.
Oh yeah, may we?
We came from Brittany with the bike and all the luggage.
Oh my God! Well done. You're actually from Brittany.
We are.
Oh, this is great. So bienvenue à Coachford.
Oh, merci.
No, de rien. And this is absolutely beautiful.
Sacre bleu, yeah.
Exactly. Magnifique. It's absolutely beautiful. So you're the international dimension.
We are. We especially came for the event.
This is just wonderful altogether, and we love that accent. That is just an absolutely special accent. So just to describe the actual vehicle itself, the bike.
This is a tandem, probably 1955.
My goodness, 1955, yes?
1955, I think.
Fantastic. In great condition. And it's a bicycle. It's a bicycle made for two.
Yeah, and we can have the baby or the dog.
Oh my goodness! It's a bicycle made for three. So, and I love your cushioned.
We are completely two different styles.
Oh, yes. Fantastic!
This is Louis XIV. Yeah. And this is Empire.
Oh,
still Empire, yeah.
Brilliant.
That's Napoleonic style.
Oh, lovely.
And this is Louis XIV, yes.
Lovely. It is magnifique, absolutely magnifique. So, you are looking forward to the race?
Yeah.
It's tremendous.
We already won. We already won. We did the most mileage coming from Brittany, yes.
You can just see that they're just about to begin the race here in beautiful Coachford, and you can hear all the different sound effects, particularly the bell of the bikes themselves. So we're ready to witness the start of the race within seconds, and here they're about to start just now. So now, with all the different costumes and with a great spirit in touch, and with, I think it's at 4 pubs on the way, they're going to have a few breaks along the way, but every good luck to them all. So now, let's witness the start of the race as they're going to take off here in 17th of August 2013 here in beautiful Coachford. Right. So now, safety first at all times, of course, and the safety officer here, John Loftus, train hire, they're just about to leave, and they're ready to start now, so we're getting all our cameras in place. And yes, they are just taking up position right across the road here itself, and my goodness, what a wonderful sight. And they're blessed with the most gorgeous, gorgeous sunshine. And by the way, we missed out on, look at that for a style there, in the background there. There's a lady with a hat, and I must say, in great period style. So now, they're ready to go, and here they're going. And my goodness, well done, brilliant, and well done to all, and great. And there we are, it's absolutely brilliant, brilliant. Well done. Brilliant. Right. And an Indian and all on the way. My goodness. Look at this. Oh, wow. And there's Donica. Right, well done. Right. They're looking absolutely superb. And the ambulance is coming here also. There's one more right behind. And I think there's one more. And yes, there's of Coachford itself, another man arriving there, the recovery plan to make sure that oh, what an amazing, amazing sight there. And the good people now are just on their way into Coachford village itself, and then from there they'll go the 4 to 5 miles, and they'll have a few breaks in the meantime. And later they'll return back. And of course later tonight we have the most amazing bachelor contest here, competition here in the Autumn Festival in Coachford. So that's all going to take place later tonight, and we'll be here also for that, because taking part in it will be LTV2's Sean Murphy. But with Brendan on camera here in a glorious, beautiful day here in Coachford, we are delighted to have been involved in this very special event, as always, the High Nelly race here, leaving Coachford here in 2013. And every good look to all the organising committee here in a most amazing festival, because the causes are absolutely superb. In the background we can hear the actual Angelus bell, because it must now be close to 6 o'clock as they left there on their way on the High Nelly race. Thank you very much, Brendan. And now at this particular point we'll go back to the studio. Well, my goodness, Bernard, those High Nellies, they're absolutely magnificent. Magnificent.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And that day it was absolutely beautiful.
It was lovely weather, wasn't it? Yeah. It's always a good festival in Coachford into the north.
Yes, and during our magnificent summer.
Absolutely.
But and what was absolutely fascinating is that the way people dressed in period costume.
Yeah.
And that was fascinating.
They went all out for the occasion, and did a proper
and our cameraman, of course, Brendan there, we were fascinated that one particular group you saw there at one point, we were certain they were from Brittany, and we thought they were actually had come specially from the actual, they did it so well that we were convinced, and we began to speak in French to them.
Right, so they
they in fact were from Ireland.
Very good. So they really put a big effort into their
fantastic,
dress.
Yeah. Great credit to you. And of course later that night there was a very special event.
Oh, that's right. The Bachelor Festival was on that night, yeah.
Sean, who's in camera here at the moment,
right.
studio camera, Sean was very much part of a very special Bachelor night that night. Yeah. In the hall in Corriginima, or not in Corriginima, in Coachford, right. And
the chainsaw, oh yes, he
we'll
reminds
never
us
forget.
Of the chainsaw.
We'll never forget.
That's right.
Yeah,
there was. Of course, Matt was there as well. Wasn't he? The two of them were in it.
Yeah, there was. Oh yeah, it was fascinating. That night. Yeah. Great credit to you though to the Coachford community. They organised an absolutely superb festival. Yeah, and of course on the Sunday they had all the steam engines.
That's right,
there.
the vintage cars
Yeah.
and the rally for that, yeah.
Tremendous.
Very good.
Yeah.
So
now,
we go
Bernard,
from Coachford to Ouban, Sean.
to Ouban.
Yeah,
Excellent.
I suppose it was August previous, 12 months,
Right.
2012. They celebrated the centenary of the school, the 100 years.
Yes, yes.
And yourself and myself were there for a lot of that weekend.
And I must say, Bernard, you did amazing Trojan work that weekend.
Well,
The
I'd
whole
say
team
we all,
of people.
Willie was involved in it as well,
It
I
was
think.
a great
and,
team of
you
people.
know,
But tis you had the actual job of actually making the official DVD,
right,
which
that's right.
apparently went worldwide.
Went very well, yeah. Sold all the copies that we made, and yeah, there was a great reaction to it.
Yeah.
I think the one thing about that weekend was that it brought people together, you know, that weren't together for years.
Oh,
And,
absolutely.
you know, it was a really, really enjoyable event.
People, in fact, I
Fantastic
think
success.
even arranged their holidays to make sure they wouldn't miss out on that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There was people who came from America.
Superb.
Came from the UK,
Yes,
you know.
absolutely.
So yeah, it was a fantastic
Tremendous.
success. So what we're going to do with that is we're basically going to start with the Friday night, just a pictorial look at that.
Yes.
They had a dinner in Killarney.
That's right.
And then I think on the Sunday we were down there with the cameras. They did a reenactment of a school.
Yes, that was fascinating.
Classroom setting.
Absolutely.
The Ouban singers, the tops of the town people from, I suppose back in the 80s or whenever they were used to be at that.
Yes.
They did a few songs, we look at a bit of that, and we were there again on the Monday night.
For the dance.
For the dancing.
Oh, absolutely.
And,
the dancing was just quite exquisite now, really.
Absolutely.
I must say.
There was a huge crowd, and
yes.
they had a marquee on for that
Yes.
as well, you know. So, I mean, it's just a little flavour of what the whole weekend was. It's about 20 minutes long.
But now we're going directly over now.
Straight over to Ouban, August 2012.
Great. Well, my goodness, 'tis the 19th of August 2012, and here we are, yes, in beautiful Ouban. Ouban in the parish of Mill Street, and a very historic weekend here in Ouban, because it's the celebration of the Ouban National School, 100 years on. What an amazing and wonderful event. 1912, of course, the year of the Titanic, and this is 2012. And what an amazing amount of activities have been organised by a very dedicated committee. And this has all begun on Friday night with a very special celebration in the Gleneagle Hotel, where there was a wonderful dinner dance and many memories recalled. That was the very start of the celebration itself.
girls, we'll practice our tables, okay? Now, you all follow me now. 1 plus 1.
1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. 7.
Morning, Master.
What sort of time do you call arriving in here?
Morning time, Master.
Okay, we'll take a roll in. What's your name?
Patrick Dinnehy.
Patrick. And where are you from, Patrick?
Tully.
And what's your date of birth, Patrick?
The 1st of April, 1904.
1st of April, all right, that's it. Go on, sit down there. Now, boys and girls, we'll just see how we're doing with our sums. So, I have a very easy sum up here on the board. It's 6 minus 3. Now, who here knows the answer of 6 minus 3? Okay, look, one Patrick, I know you're a bit late coming in, but we'll see how you got on you. Let's chalk out. So 6 minus 3. Six minus 3 is 2. What? 6 minus 3. So, 6 sheep in the field, and 3 broke out. You'd have to have 3 left. Sure, 6 minus 3 is 3. Just, you know nothing about sums.
You know nothing about sheep, sir.
Morning, Victor.
Morning, Father. Morning, Father.
Good morning.
Very good, very good.
Morning, children.
Morning, Father.
How are you all this morning? Good. You can sit down also, okay? Now, I just want to ask you a couple of questions this morning to prepare you for your first Holy Communion and first confession, okay? Now, my first question is, who made the world? Yourself, what's your name?
James O'Connor.
James. What's the answer, James?
God.
Good man, very good. Very good. The question is, when was Jesus born? I'll ask you in a minute, all right? What's your name?
Teresa Kelleher.
And what's the answer, Teresa?
Christmas Day.
Very good, Teresa. Good answer. That's the correct answer. Now, yourself, what's your name?
Patrick Dinny here.
Patrick. Now, where did the Holy Family live, Patrick?
In a house.
Right, Patrick. And where was the house, Patrick?
Number 4, Minor Road.
How do you know that, Patrick?
Because my dad took me to town this morning for shoes, and I heard the woman saying, Jesus, Mary and Joseph, are we getting up a chart today?
Not a bad effort, Patrick, but it's actually the wrong answer. The correct answer is Bethlehem. All right, good man, good man. Now, will you join me to? I will do the first confession. Both me so here, out here. Okay. Good man, good boy. Father, Son, Holy
Spirit. Amen. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. This is my first confession. I've only one life, Father.
My child.
I stole an apple out of an orchard.
And where did you steal that apple, Patrick?
Out of an orchard, I told you.
But where exactly did you steal it?
I can't tell you, Father, because you would give me a big penance.
Well, Patrick, if you tell me the truth, I'll give you no penance. Is that all right?
'Twas out of all arts of father.
Right, Patrick, we made a deal, right? I won't give you any penance, okay? So I'm going to now dissolve you from your sins, okay? In the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Right, Patrick, go back to your seat now. Alright. Now, right, children, I must go now, alright? So, God bless you all. In the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. God bless you all. God bless you. God bless you.
Long and many years ago, I left my native home. Dreamed of thought of my England, I'd know Ireland. When mother and I parted, some bitter tears were shed. Last night I dreamt of mother, and in my dream she said, oh, come back home to Erin, come back to Erin's shore. You know you're always welcome, and you're Irish to the core. Oh, come back home to Erin, never again to roam. Come back to the ones that love you, my boring, come back home. And you know I had a sweetheart, along with mother dear. He promised when I left him to be faithful and sincere. I know he kept his promise from the time I was away. For every letter that he wrote, my mother he would say, oh, come back home to Erin, come back to Erin's shore. You know you're always welcome, and you're Irish to the core. Oh, come back home to Erin, never again to roam. Come back to the ones that love you, my boy, come back home. One sunny day, that's all you know, that's my way, and though I wanted you forevermore. Now I am one that gets around, I swear my feet touching the ground, though I never did meet you before. I say hello, Mary Lou. With my heart, sing Mary Lou, I'm so in love with you. I know Mary Lou, we never part, so hello, Mary Lou, goodbye heart. I saw your lips, I heard your voice, believe me, I just had no choice, but I just couldn't make me stay away. I thought about a moonlit night, I was along to good tight, that's all I had to see, no need to say. I say hello, Mary Lou. With my heart, sing Mary Lou, I'm so in love with you. I knew Mary Lou, we never part, so hello, Mary Lou, goodbye heart. Oh, my kisses, you don't know what you've been with so boy, and you would be your boy. Oh, I can see that you were meant for me. All my life I've been waiting, tonight there'll be no hesitate, no boy, and you would be your boy. The world can see that you were meant for me. Stars appear and shadows falling, you can hear your heart calling, it will always generate them. I want to see my baby tonight, all my love, all my kisses, you don't know what you've been missing, oh boy, when you're with me, oh boy, the world can see that you were meant for me.
Another very important part of this very special week, a very historic weekend here in Ouban National School, of course, are the famous roll books. And it's wonderful to see that so many of them are actually available. And there's huge interest. As we can see here now, many people are referring to the roll books there, trying to find particular relatives and perhaps sometimes, in some cases, finding their own names. But just to find out how everything is actually gone, there's just Rita, have you found anything very special here?
Well, I saw Petey Moynihan's name a while ago, and we're looking for it again. It's, you know, in 1939, I think.
And of course, Petey would be an uncle of Bertie.
Bertie's uncle, yeah. You know.
Well, how historic. Huge interest here in the actual roll books itself. There's lots. Right through the day itself, there's been a huge interest in the roll.
Oh, very interesting. I've actually had Irish lesson in history. yeah, it's been absolutely fascinating. Really fascinating.
It's wonderful to think that they are available for people to view and to be able to. And I suppose there are people here who actually discover their names and they say, oh, that's my name.
A lot of people just looking for uncles and granddads and nans and you know, it's just great to find out that you're thinking, yeah. That,
A very important part of the weekend, really.
Yes, the photographs and the books have been a big hit. A big hit.
Well done. You're coordinating in a wonderful manner.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm trying my best. I'm learning as I'm going along.
A lesson in history there. One of the people that certainly has been such a great master of ceremonies here on the day and has coordinated months and months of preparation, Martina. Well done, Martina.
Thanks, Sean.
Martina Sheehan, my goodness, this has been an amazing, a wonderful success.
Absolutely better than we could ever have imagined. It's just absolutely been wonderful, and it's like I said, you know, when I was giving my speech earlier, I just said, it's the smiles on people's faces and the amount of people who've come up and shook my hand and just said thank you for this, thank you for the memories, thank you for enabling us to meet people we haven't met in years, and it's just they said, like, it's just thank you. And like, it was just a case of, I feel now, as you know, our main open day is coming to an end and you're after looking at all the beautiful photographs and everything, I think if all we had done was just enabled people to come here today and meet each other, they would have been happy with that.
This has been the greatest and biggest event in the school here since 1998. So again, Martina, as coordinator supreme with such an amazing team, well done. Congrats.
Thank you very
much. It's been really great success.
Thank you very much.
The Centenary Ceilidh here in Ouban Social Club here, and of course, which was of course originally Ouban National School. Now Bernard Crowley has been capturing all on video in a very, very special manner, and has captured some wonderful dances here tonight, and there'll be lots more also. And with Bernard on camera, we're going to join some more dancing here in, of course, Ouban National School 100 years on.
Back to the lights on the London. So folks, thank you very much indeed, okay?
Well, what an amazing night here in the marquee for the centenary of course, Ouban National School. It's been a most astounding and historic weekend. And so there it is, from now, from Ouban, Sloan, Hispanic Déliv Galer. Wow, the music of Tim, Joe and Anne there.
That's right.
Of an Ouban. Absolutely.
Fantastic band they are too.
Absolutely. And of course, Bernard, as we mentioned with Eiley there at the start and with Mary, we're really in the Christmas spirit.
We are, and this is our last programme before Christmas now.
Exactly. Do you notice the right behind us here? Stars and everything on
nice,
Clara Mountain.
I have to say that the studio setting this evening is quite pleasant and Christmassy.
Yeah, it is like as it was out in Corriganima there last Friday night, with even snow.
And for Santa and Sunday as well.
Oh yes, absolutely. Right. But now Bernard, as usual, when Bernard is editing, and of course Bernard is editing programme 206 this week.
226.
Oh, 226. Oh, sorry, 226. It's programme 6, 226.
Exactly.
Right on. Bernard always includes some amazing footage.
This is actually a short piece. It's
of rallying.
Last week, you might recall, we showed a history of the West Cork Rally. It was a book.
Yes. That
myself and Willie spoke about. Is a friend of mine from. He's originally from West Cork. Kevin O'Driscoll is he wrote a history. It's 35 years this year, and there was a launch back in September in Clonakilty, and Ari Vatanen, ex-World Rally champion and a former MEP as well, came to launch the book.
He was there.
He was there, and Brian Crowley was there as well. He's actually very good friends with Brian Crowley.
Right.
And he actually launched the book. It was something that myself and Willie didn't actually talk about the last night. But also, I made up a DVD of 34 of the 35 years of footage.
Wow.
We couldn't get footage for 1989. We tried everywhere. But we have footage for every other year.
The amount of hours involved in that.
There was a bit of time went into it, but it was actually, I mean, it was
a joy.
You know, somebody said to me, you know, it was a lot of hard work, and I said
Labour
it
of
wasn't
love.
really, because I said I actually enjoyed every bit of it. Some of the footage is fascinating.
Yeah.
And we're going to look at 2 years in particular tonight. The second year that the rally was held, 1978 and 1980. Now it's only, the whole lot is only about 5 minutes long.
Right.
But that's how we're going to finish our programme tonight. And one of the unique bits in the 1978 piece, it's a guy, he's, God rest him, he's dead now, he's Justin Hoolan was his name, from Clonakilty. He actually did the filming in 1978, and he literally followed the rally cars everywhere.
Oh.
And I mean everywhere. When they got off the boat in Cork, he was actually there waiting for them. And that time they used to have him on any trailers.
Yeah.
They used to actually drive him on the road. So we start with a bit of that, and just a little bit of that footage, and then we go to a bit of 1980. It's only 4 or 5 minutes long. The footage, the quality is not fantastic,
but it's historic.
But it's historic.
Very historic.
So that's how
you have actually got to know the most amazing people in the world of rallying over the years.
I suppose I've met 1 or 2 people, all right, you know.
But, you've met all the VIPs.
Well, I wouldn't say all of them now, but...
To think that a world champion was present that night.
He was World Rally champion in 1981. He won the Paris-Dakar Rally in, I think, 1987, 1988.
Yes.
You know, he's world famous, he's well known.
And I noticed that there's a special award, a Billy Coleman award, that gets mentioned on national television.
That's right. That was actually given out to a guy there called Stephen Wright. He's the winner this year. And I think it's worth around, I'm not sure now, I think it's worth in the region of €30,000.
Wow.
So like we'd say, if you want to advance on to a different car or championship or whatever, it's a big financial,
it's a great boost.
You know?
Yeah, tremendous.
So that award was actually held only last week, and there was actually a guy from Killarney, Robert Duggan. He was actually in the top 3 for it.
Fantastic.
And I got another guy, Josh Moffat from Monaghan, but was Stephen Wright actually won it.
The names just trip off your tongue.
Well, I don't know, Sean, they trip off
amazing.
Easy, but yeah.
Yeah, but for someone who's so involved in the world of rallying.
Yes, you know, I keep
but
a keen
it's
interest.
Tremendous insight. So we're going directly over to the...
Yes, and do you want to wish Happy Christmas to everyone, I suppose?
Yes,
do you want to mention that we're out on Christmas Day?
Oh yes, absolutely. Of course, on Christmas Day, there's going to be 4 half hours from LTV2, and of course a whole host of programmes that Danjo has arranged. Now, all these details will appear on the Mill Street website, and they'll also be appearing on the Lee Valley Outlook.
Very good. Is there any start time for that? Is that decided?
All
yet,
that is yet. I think it's better to check the actual.
Okay,
there'll be a mixture of the two.
Millstreet.ie or the Lee Valley.
Correct, and you'll see the actual timings themselves then. And and at this point, I suppose all we can say is
before we go to West Cork, Happy Christmas, everyone.
So Nollig Fehendes Fivashi of Galer, and may 2014 bring great joy, happiness and excellent health.
Without a doubt.
So here we go, and we're going to actually drive in to
a history of West
Christmas
Cork.
and to New Year.